Namo Buddhaya. Welcome back to Monks in the Morning from Colombo Dhamma Friends of Mahame Onawa. The monks here are so happy to get to spend time with you now. When we're with each other, we get to learn all sorts of things that help us to be better people. The more we learn from our good Dhamma friends, the easier it is to remember to do the right things, even when it's difficult. This is important to remember when we do bad things. No matter what, the Buddha reminds us that we can give up doing bad things by following his teachings. And when we spend time with good people like this, we naturally start to give up these bad actions. In the last episode, we talked about the bad karma we collect when we scold our parents. Today, we're going to learn more about the special relationship that we have with our parents. We'll also hear several verses from enlightened nuns. Now let's take the refuges and the precepts.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Dutiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi buddhaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi dhammaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Tatiyampi saṅghaṃ saraṇaṃ gacchāmi. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Say after me. I observe the precept of abstaining from killing beings. I observe the precept of abstaining from stealing. I observe the precept of abstaining from sexual misconduct. I observe the precept of abstaining from telling lies. I observe the precept of abstaining from taking intoxicating drinks and drugs. With the refuge of the Noble Triple Gem, I observe these precepts for happiness in this life, for rebirth in heaven, to escape from the sufferings of samsara. May it help me. May it be a blessing. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Dear children, today I'm going to tell you about your parents, how worthy they are, and why you should respect them and help them out. Attending to your parents and helping them out is something that has been phrased by the Buddha. The Buddha said that the person who behaves wrongly towards his parents would generate much demerit and would end up in hell. And he said that the person who behaves rightly towards his parents would generate much merit and would be born in heaven. Why are they so worthy of veneration? Why should our parents be treated well? Well, that is because they bring us up. Parents show us the world. They show us what is bad and what is good. We are brought up to be good citizens by them. Sometimes we are brought up to be generous by our parents. We are brought up to be well educated by our parents. They spend money and time for our well-being. They do it out of love and compassion. Parents were given 4 other names by the Blessed One. One is Pubbacharya. Pubbacharya means first teachers. They're the ones who taught us good things first. Second one is Pubbadeva. Pubbadeva is another name given to our parents. Pubbadeva means first gods. Our parents protected us from harm, so they've been given this name. Pubbadeva, first protectors. Ahuneya is another name for parents, and it means worthy of offerings. No matter how far they live, we should go and see them and feed them with food and drink. We should make sure that they have a good place to stay and they live comfortably. Brahma is another name for parents. Parents are called Brahma because they're full of love and compassion. As children, we should be able to behave in a manner that would please our parents. And as children, you should make them happy by studying hard, and you should grow up to become good citizens. You should grow up not only in wealth, but also with good manners as well. Children, because of their great help, it's hard to repay them back. But the Buddha said it's possible if we can help them have faith in the Triple Gem, the Buddha, his teachings, and the order of monks. You can do this by telling them the stories you have heard about the Blessed One. You can ask them to read the books you have read about Dhamma. The next thing that we should do is to help them become virtuous. The third one is that we should help them to have a sound knowledge of Dhamma. The fourth one is to help them become generous, and the fifth one is that we should help them to be wise. All this is possible with Dhamma. So first, we must learn Dhamma and practice Dhamma. Then it would become easy for us to help them out with Dhamma. Once the Lord said to Prince Mahanama that he who helps and venerates his parents will receive this blessing from his parents, and that is that they would wish their son a long life. And the Buddha said, when this wish has been received by the son, he should expect a growth and not a decline. So please do remember these points I told you today. So by the merit we have gained today by listening to this Dhamma sermon, we wish you would have the energy to help your parents and of course attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Metta Bhavana, loving kindness meditation. Now we'll train the mind in loving kindness. One of the reminders that we hear in this meditation is the wish for beings to be free from mental suffering and physical suffering. Do you know what we mean when we say mental suffering? It's when we have unpleasant thoughts in our mind. For example, sadness is a kind of mental suffering. So is being worried or scared or depressed. These are thoughts and feelings we have in our mind that we don't like, do we? So when we wish for happiness, we wish that we and all living beings could be free from this kind of mental suffering. How about physical suffering? This is unpleasant feelings we have in our bodies. Things like being sick or getting injured or having pain in the body. Even being hungry or thirsty is a kind of physical suffering. Nobody likes those kinds of feelings, do they? So we wish that we and all beings could be free from this kind of suffering. Okay, now you know what those things mean. If you have any questions about this meditation, you can ask your parents right away, or the monks when you come to the monastery. Now, close your eyes and sit quietly. Try not to move so that our minds can become still. Now, think in this way.
May I be free from anger. May I be free from ill will. May I be free from jealousy. May I be free from mental suffering. May I be free from physical suffering. May I live in peace. May I live happily. May all beings in this place be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this city be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be
physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this province be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this country be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings in this world be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they live happily. May all beings be free from anger. Be free from ill will. Be free from jealousy. Be free from mental suffering. Be free from physical suffering. May they live in peace. May they happily. Live happily. Live happily. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Terigata. Verses of Arhat Nuns.
Previously, I didn't have any unification of mind. I didn't have any control over it. I would leave the monastery 4 or 5 times a day. There was a certain nun in whom I had confidence. I approached her, and she taught me the Dhamma about aggregates, elements, and sense bases. As I listened attentively to what she taught me, my mind was overjoyed. I sat in the same cross-legged position for 7 days. On the 8th day, having torn apart the dark mass of ignorance, I stretched out my legs. These verses were said by Arahant Nun Uttama.
In the forest Upiri, you are sobbing and calling out, "O my daughter Jiva, did you know that 84,000 people were burnt in this cemetery, all whose name was Jiva? Which of them do you grieve for?"
When I heard this, I plucked out the dart of sorrow I had for my daughter. It was hard to see while it was stuck in my heart. Today, I live with the dart plucked out and with craving abandoned. My mind is fully quenched. I took the Supreme Buddha, Supreme Dhamma, and the Supreme Sangha as my refuge. These verses were said by Arahant Nun Ubiri. This nun, Sukha, is teaching the Buddha's Dhamma. What has happened to these people in the city of Rajagaha? If they don't come to hear her, it is as though they are drunk and asleep. But wise people don't miss out on this Dhamma. This Dhamma's nature is very sweet. It is juicy with the flavor of wholesome qualities. One should listen to this Dhamma as a traveler in a desert drinks rainwater. This nun Sukha has wholesome qualities. She is lust-free and concentrated. She has defeated Mara and his army. She bears her final body. These verses were said by Arahant Nun Sukha. Because of having this body, I have to give birth to 10 children. This made me very weak and aged. Finally, I approached a certain nun. She taught me the Dhamma about aggregates, elements, and sense bases. I took to heart the Dhamma taught by that nun. Shaving off my hair, I became a nun. I purified the divine eye while I was a trainee and achieved the knowledge to see my past lives. With a well-concentrated mind, I developed insight. I became liberated. I have become quenched with clinging. Since I comprehended the 5 aggregates of clinging, now they stand with roots cut off. Hey, inferior old age, shame on you. Now there is no more rebirth for me. These verses were said by Arahant Nun Sona. When working the fields with plows, sowing seeds in the earth, and caring for wives and children, people generate wealth. I am not lazy or arrogant. I possess a virtuous life and practice the Buddha's training. So why am I not able to achieve Nibbana? I poured water on my feet to wash them. I saw that water flowed down from high to low. I concentrated my mind very well on that incident. My mind became tamed like the best type of horse. Then I took the lamp and entered my hut. With the light of the lamp, I found the bed and sat on it. To put out the flame, I pulled down the wick of the oil lamp. That was the moment my mind was liberated from all defilements, just like the extinguishing of an oil lamp. These verses were said by Arahant Nun Patachara.
If you'd like to listen to more teachings from the Arahant Nuns, go to serenecolombo.org/radio and click on the show notes. There you'll find a link to a free audiobook that you can download, as well as information on where you can get the printed book. I'm so happy we were able to spend time together today. We hope that you learned something new, and we really hope that you can use what you learned as you go about the rest of your day. Are you starting to realize how important our parents are to us? And why it's so important to respect them? I hope so. If you can, try today to tell your parents how much you appreciate all that they've done to help us. Now let's share merits. Today, by body, speech, and mind, we've done many wholesome actions. We've gone for refuge, we've taken the precepts, we've listened to a Dhamma sermon, we've practiced loving-kindness meditation, and we even listened to the verses from some enlightened nuns. So, when we collect merit in this way, we like for other people to have a happy mind thinking about these actions. So, may our teacher, Lokosoya Hangsa, may our parents, our relatives, our friends, all rejoice in this merit. May they soon experience for themselves the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this Gautama Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.